Hello Internet. As you can see, I have already cleared this mission, but I want to show you how I did it. And let me turn initial placement on and give just a little bit of thought to what TMR's people have. Letting my background repeat just for you guys. Nice. See, it burns through those really quickly. They take under 2 minutes to do. And yeah, that's gonna level up some vision cards very well. So, let's get into it. Now, to be fair, I am using the Yuffie vision card on this team. This Mont also gives a really good buff because he's wearing Sephiroth's coat. Let's see. You have a magic up buff, so I'm going to move you next to Killfay. You have area up, so that can work in a corner just fine. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you here, you here, and you here, because you being in the center of this square, if you think of three spaces behind this, is important for my opening strategy. So, while this is a way of demonstrating how to beat this with maybe not the best team in the world, this is also kind of how I would advise you strategize for a lot of other things. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our AP up first. It's also going to give him a shield. Now, shields that have a certain number of times don't really have a turn limit, and AP up, getting that out of the way early, is just great. So these two things make an excellent first buff. A lot of other things are only going to last 3 turns. It might have a minimal effect if units don't get to us quickly, because if you've been following my guides and you've been building up affinity, then you'll know that they're each getting like, I don't want to say like 10% agility from each of the other units, so like 40% agility from standing in this close of formation. So I'm going to get a lot of buffing turns really quickly. And again, kind of think out what some of those buffs are, and think about how you place your units initially. And that can really benefit you. I will use this later once we are in a cross formation. I want to make that cross around whoever has Boon of the Lion, because we're probably going to take some AoE damage from being in this close formation, but it's going to be fine, and getting that AoE resistance up is definitely going to help. Also, the guy in the middle has heals, so we want to take him out pretty early, relatively early at least. So that's getting my physical units, the things they need to do damage. She's getting tankier. Are you the one? You have Boon of the Lion, so you're getting in the middle. And then, so everything you do, moving and using a skill, is going to use up some of your CT. So not doing these things, not moving, is going to give you your next turn sooner. So I wanted to space out his next turn to give people time to get in range. And get some opening buffs in. It looks like everybody should be able to get to around where I need them to be. I'm going to skip her turn because her buff is instant and works better when they're in a cross. I think I'm going to give you probably... Oh no, wait. You're the one with that. Okay, there we go. So they have more agility. Once these guys close in, I'm going to start thinking a little bit more about how I'm facing my units. That arguably would have helped me a little bit earlier on, but they are going for my tank, which is good. We are still waiting for an AoE buff, so I'm going to use Immortal Spirit. That's going to last until it has to proc. So that's a good one to get in early. Although we are facing enemies now, so we are thinking about doing damage and using the buffs that we're putting on ourselves now. Supports have to think quite a bit, more than other units. They have a lot to consider. And what I am going to do here is I'm going to basically give myself a preemptive cure. It's going to take a little bit to cast, not very long. If it took longer, though, this could drop after we take a little bit of damage and it would be just fine. In fact, maybe even a little bit better. Get some damage on the healer, lower their CT, which will help keep them in place. We are mostly healed back. Yes, okay, I want to get rid of the healer. I'm gonna not really attack this guy as much, but here come the big threats. And hopefully these guys will kind of get in range a little bit more now. Let's see, I think I can Earth Staff from here, which is probably what I'm going to do, lower this guy's CT some more. Whew. Okay, not if I miss. These things are pretty threatening. If you have wind, that's going to help you. If you have MR Helena built, that's actually pretty great for this mission. She will just make it a lot easier to deal with a lot of the stuff that those guys do. Alright, we are still setting up to get our triple kill. Let's have her face where the damage is coming from. Sephiroth has his turn, so we're going to get our AoE resistance and then we can start dispersing, ironically. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a wall. These boxes are going to be kind of the outline of that wall, and hopefully that will keep units where I can deal with. I think he might still have hate, so I'm going to give him Sentinel so he can take damage better. Hopefully this will help him line up over here. Good, but I need people to get in range more. So let me refresh. Mercy's Grace. Sephiroth already has high elemental resistance. That would be great on him, but him being out of range of it is just fine. Ooh, big hit. Small damage. The sweepers are going to buff themselves up for a turn. Let's do a preemptive Cura because I'm still waiting for things to get in range. We have plenty of Cura. Okay, they didn't, or maybe they already had buffed, and I missed it by focusing more on my own units. Tunnel vision is a thing. Let's see, so Glaciella isn't needed to maintain the line. She should be here for the heal, though. Can hit just this guy and that'll get some AP regen. And just keep hanging out here, facing the damage. need some of these ice units to get in range, especially with my fire units. I could probably deal with them pretty well. Let's see if Sephiroth can hit this guy without moving. I don't think I can get them in on the KO combos, but... Ooh, this is going to help neuter him. That's helpful. Okay, here they start coming. So is the damage. Another cure would be good. Cura, rather. Alright, I can throw a taunting blade pretty far. Weapon here would be excellent. Come on in, guys. Oh yes, here we go, here we go. Okay, Yuffie is coming up, so I'm probably going to use her for a Cura. They are lining up in front of him excellently. It would be a good time to move the lines forward also with Yuffie. I want to keep them kind of corralled into more of a diamond, so moving her and Sephiroth up a couple spaces. Like so. That's a linear move. Oh, wait. I almost forgot that she... Wait, she's already thinking it. Yeah. Okay, that would break my lines. This maintains them. There's a lot of damage in front of us. Mont really needs this heal. So, since the other two don't and aren't being targeted, I'm going to throw like a Curata on him, I think. Since there is still an incoming Cura to keep in mind. And again, there are plenty of these heals. We're fine using them constantly, just to be safe. Alright, Mont. That would get 2. So, let's divide the hate up a little bit and get them to kind of pull in on this other Mont as well. Technically I've broken my lines, but I was watching turn order. This, the sweeper can't squeeze in here, he's too big. But I can get Sephiroth in here and maybe an Octaslash. 1, 2, that's 3. Oh yeah, it's gonna hit even more too. Alright. Wait, was that 2? I think it was 3. Okay. Seemed like a 3. We'll try to get 3 again. See how that works. We also need to build a combo, but that's going to be easier to do later in the fight once we've done a bit more crowd control. Since all of the hate is coming after both of these months now, definitely a good time to preemptive Cura. Some of that here. Yes. Alright, what? Okay, so let's maybe throw a rock. That has really good range. Alright. Maybe throw a shuriken? Sure I can. Ooh, maybe over here. Sure I can. Alright, still taking damage well. Still a lot of units in range to be Mercy's Graced. I'm not really turn counting. A lot harder to do in this game than FFB. Let's get a magic attack resistance down on this guy. I think we'll try to take him out first, since I already have Sephiroth over here. Shadow Flare might do some stuff. That's only 2, but let's assume that that other one worked. I think it did. I'm pretty sure it did if I'm counting my units correctly, if I'm counting my bodies correctly, but it might not have. I can't really rewind right now, so let's go ahead and do the thing that's best for getting this crowd control out. Also CT down on this other guy. So maybe actually I'll go for... Maybe... Okay, so maybe I'll do the chain on this one, which means I need to get my fire units in. They're the only ones that really can build that kind of chain. So, she's kind of redundant on the back. I also don't need to maintain the diamond format anymore to kind of kettle them the way I want to. So I can move her somewhere else. Okay, this play depends on if I can get crystals. I can get crystals. I didn't get crystals on my first run, and it sucked, just because I assumed that was one of them. So Mont can get right up next to this guy, so I can go ahead in for damage. Oh, I should have used her regular sub-job, which I usually don't like, but it's good for chaining. So... Yes. So this is 1, and then... Well, we'll try it. The way I did it in my run, Mont was standing next to it the whole time and just got multiple turns. I think this puts him standing next to both of them, though. No, not quite that one. But I can get over there. So this is how I would do it, but that, as you'll see, will only give me a 3 chain. Actually, let me look. Which one is that? It's that one. Oh, man. So he's going to get a turn before me, even though I do basically nothing. English Shella. So I think in order to get more turns faster, I'm just going to have him stand here and pick up that crystal. Hopefully he'll be able to chain on it. Because again, yeah, that places his turn after. Maybe. Okay. Okay, so... And stay there. Let's see what I have for range. Ooh. Yeah, that does work, but... Linear. Move over here and have him face the mech. That's annoying. Okay, you were surrounded on... I can surround this guy on 4 sides, I can pin him in and keep him there. He can't stop on a corpse, so I can stand here for now, but he will be able to pick up the crystals, I believe. And he can always move this way as well, potentially. It didn't. Okay. Give her more movement just in case I want to. Oh, Rallying Cry. She has a. Oh, that's cool that that has a second cast. So I can increase. Oh, no I can't. Okay, well, we can get close. And we can get close and wait. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up my attack. Then I'm going to check what that does to my turn order. Yes, he will still get a move well before me. This is a lot easier with an elemental team, but somehow I pulled it off in my first run. Sure. Just to get rid of that guy. No. Stay here. Okay, so you can control this side. Whoops. Oopsie. You've got this side, and then they've basically got this side that can deal with this as well. But I need to get Yuffie closer so that she can speed Mont up. I think that's the only way. Oop, not like quite like that. Now, if I was, again, running her other sub-job, this would be markedly easier, but did not make that decision moving into this fight. Because Mont had done it himself easily previously. Okay, we have crystals here, so now I can move. I think, though, that it just moved in front of him, and he hasn't moved, so that's going to hurt its CT because it also attacked. Which means speeding up Mont here. Shit, let's get a heal into. Speeding up Mont here might actually give me what I need. Oops. To be able to pull this off. So let's hope. Come on, Speedy Mont. It better work, because otherwise I just took out the other thing. Alright. Maybe if I can reduce its CT as well. I'm not... I feel like I can do that with Glaciella. If I can, it's not with this job. Well, it looks like it's still gonna get that turn. Yep, and it's an elemental chain, so I would have to get another 3 hits in. So my elemental chain is 2, and he's not gonna be able to help with that. And I was close, but didn't get it. I swear it is doable, and again, with different sub-jobs, it would have been doable here with just a little bit more preparation. By the way, you probably never want to run Mont as a ninja, except for in this case, but we kept all of our units alive, which is actually better than my first run, but I have 2 white mages with rays, so that wasn't terrible. We only had 1 unit go down the whole time, and I got them back up and to full health pretty quickly. So that's how you clear that, even if you're a 3-week hold account. And it wasn't that bad, but you know, I can see it being pretty tough. And what you can do if this is too hard, because this is essentially, it's not nightmare level, this is probably brutal level, honestly. The way these usually work is that the nightmare is the last level, the 3rd level, and this is really, again, more like a brutal level. So if you can complete all of those, you get the card instantly, but if you can't, if you for whatever reason just don't have a team that's that good, you can repeatedly do this quest to gain shards, and, you know, do as many of these as you can. There's got to be some way to clear it. I mean, bringing a companion, yes, that does mean that you're going down 100 shards right off, but you can still get these 60, which is going to cut a lot of 95, which is going to cut a lot of time out for you. So that's how to get Yuffie's vision card, even if you are basically an absolute noob. But also kind of how you do a lot of other missions that might be harder than, you know, where you're punching up as a new player. So I hope that was informative, and I will see you in the next one.